Hello, 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 sellers. Come on in, come on in. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling. Oh, we're going to have so much fun this week. We are right in the heart of back to school sales, which means there's hundreds of thousands of shoppers coming onto eBay right now. So, this is a great season to have your listings listed and to get your listings sold. And that's what I'm focusing on today is I'm going to give you some great tips that will absolutely work for faster money making sales. So come on in and get settled. And I pick tips that work regardless of the categories that you're selling in. I try to share tips that are good whether you're selling clothing, whether you're selling collectibles, whether you're selling pet products, whether you're selling puzzles, games, toys, electronics. The tips that I share are good across the board. There are things that are really good, specifically like for electronics or like for clothing. But the tips I'm going to be sharing today are good across the board to get things sold faster. Because in the past few weeks, I've noticed a lot of chit chat in various eBay seller communities just saying, oh gosh, Kathy, right now it's really slow. I could use some help to get my sales going. Yay, that's what this is going to be all about. And this is the perfect season because there are so many shoppers coming online right now looking for things that they need for back to school. And in case you're going, oh, I don't really have things back to school, you do. Because the great thing with back to school is that really it is all ages. So remember, it's kids all through high school, all through college. Don't forget teachers. And when parents are shopping for their kids, they shop for themselves. So that's why it's such a huge variety of items and some very practical things. It's like, you know what? I'm buying that backpack for my son or my daughter. So I'm going to hop over and I'm going to get myself the light bulbs that I need or some makeup that I like or a new purse. So that's why this is such a great season to really drill down and look at your listings and get them up to snuff so that they sell, so that your sales increase. So I picked a very broad category to look at, but it has a lot of tips and nuggets that are going to help you regardless of the categories that you're in. And I picked Under Armour men's shirts. And I picked it because it happens to be a favorite category of my husband's. And I shop frequently on eBay for him for Under Armour shirts. So we're going to take a look at that. And let me just show you this. So you have a listing up. Let's say you have some Under Armour shirts up or Nike or any kind of sports shirt. Because don't forget, too, we're going into football season, okay, right now, and hockey season. So it's sports time. So you have sports shirt up, men's shirts up, women's athletic shirts up, and there are a lot of great brands. I'm picking Under Armour. So the first thing you do when you're getting ready to list, even if it's a category you know super well that you sell in regularly, the thing with eBay, like all platforms, it's very much like the stock market. And demand goes up and demand goes down. And certain colors will be hot, 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 like all of a sudden blue is selling like crazy. And then 2 weeks later, orange is selling like crazy. So it is always good, and I speak from experience, to go in and just do a quick search. Sort of like, okay, let's sort of see what's going on eBay for this. So all I did was search men's Under Armour men shirt. Okay, I didn't even spell right. I didn't even do plural, but it doesn't matter. So what it tells you is there's over 66,000 of them. So what that tells me right away, in case you're not familiar with the category, is there's a lot. I have a lot of competition. And the truth is, for most eBay categories, Under Armour is a massive category. But the truth is pretty much anything you're selling, whether it's a men's shirt or sneakers or shoes or purse or vintage, collectible, anything is, you have competition. With Under Armour, there's an enormous amount of competition. But the other good news about Under Armour is a lot sells. And the way you would know that is you'd hop over to Terapeak, which is under your research tab in Seller Hub, and you can take a look at it and just see what the sales are on there. Okay. And I'll just head over to there. So whenever you're going into a category, look and search. Wow, there's a lot. Okay. And things can have a lot and they don't sell well. So that's what I'm saying is you want to take a look at, are there any others? Do I have competition? If the answer is yes, nothing wrong with competition. I live in New York City. There's plenty of retail stores. There's plenty of Chinese restaurants. There's plenty of Mexican restaurants. There's plenty of Broadway shows. There's plenty to go around. Many Broadway shows flourish. Many Mexican restaurants do very, very well. So just because there's a lot of what you're listing listed doesn't mean that yours won't sell. So is it listed? Does it sell? So right now I look at, I go, wow, there really are a lot listed. Okay. So then what I would do is I would head over to Terapeak and I do a search, and I'm going to show you how to do this, of does it sell? So you go to your research tab in Seller Hub. You're going to look at it. Here we go, Seller Hub. You're going to look at it. And what I did was I searched the last 90 days for sales. So just for you to see. So we are research, Terapeak product insights, put in the brand, the type, whatever it is, last 90 days. And the reason to do last 90 days is 90 days or less. Okay, so you could do 30, you could do 7, is you get the sell-through rate. If it's over 90, you don't get the sell-through rate. Sell-through rate is the percentage that sell. And 14% in the past 90 days have sold. There's 46,000 sellers, tells me I have a lot of competition. But look at this, there's an enormous amount of sales. Okay, over 226,000 have sold. Okay, then what's interesting is free shipping. The majority sell without free shipping. This is the average shipping price. So good. Then I scroll down. Now, this is the help for you for Kathy. We'll do scenario number 1. Kathy, I have an Under Armour shirt. It's listed, or Nike, whatever it is, dress, purse, whatever it is. You've searched it. There's a bunch. You go to Terapeak. It has a decent sell-through rate, 15, 20 or higher. Yay. But mine isn't selling. So then you come and take a look at, and this is the great thing with Terapeak, is you scroll down and you take a look at the ones that are selling. Okay. What can I notice anything from the ones that are selling? I'm definitely going to want to check price and style and color. So number 1 is color. Like right at the top, scrolling down, I'm seeing a lot of black and I'm seeing a lot of blue. So yours might be red, so that it will sell, but the popular colors are black and blue. Okay. So that's number 1 thought. 2, look at how long the titles are. Am I using all my characters? eBay gives you 80 characters. Are you using them? Look at the keywords these people are using. These are ones that are selling. Okay. Tech performance, loose fit, golf, athletic, muscle, gym, short sleeve, golf shirt. So really take a look at yours, and you can look at other listings. Is it a golf shirt? Is it polo? Do you have enough space to put in the word athletic? Most Under Armour shirts will qualify as an athletic type shirt. Is it golf? Is it collared? Does it have buttons? What's the colors? What's the size? And again, dress, purse, you're just going to translate this out. You look at it. Is it tweed? Is it plaid? Is it striped? Is it geometric print? What colors are in it? What you're working at doing is creating a listing or revising your listing. You might be clicking revise on your listing because of the fact that it's not selling as fast as you think it should sell, and really loading up your title with keywords. Okay. Really look at your picture. I wanted to show you this. Hang on a second. Let's go back to the Terapeak, the ones that are the active listings. Hang on a second. So then what you do is look at the ones that are active. Okay. And you're scrolling. I sorted this as the ones ending soonest. So these haven't sold yet. Some of these are an auction. They have bids. But scroll through and take a look. Everybody's doing sort of straight on pictures, hangers, floor. Okay, scroll, scroll, scroll. Got a lot of gray. Again, hangers. We got a mannequin. Looks like a lady's. Come on, eBay. Let's populate the fields. Let's go. I'll just keep going. So keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. They're looking very similar as far as the layout. You see that? So again, some on mannequins, some on hangers. And I'm thinking, okay, this is what pretty much everybody's looking at. Is there something I can do so that mine will stand out a bit? And this is when I notice what some of the sellers are doing, and I like this. See this? It's a close-up. You get the collar. You can look here, so you're going to be able to, if you snap on it, you're going to see the condition, because you'll see the condition of the print, so I know how used it is, because this is pre-owned. And I see the logo. And I like this for shirts, and that's what I'm saying is, if your item's been up for a while, scroll through. Do you see a picture that's good? You know, it shows the item, and then obviously I'll click through, and then the second or the third picture would show the entire shirt. But what this is, I'm seeing it's Under Armour, I'm seeing the color, I'm seeing the logo, and with this one, let me go back and take a look at this one, it's got a bit of a ribbing in the shirt, so I'm getting to catch that too, and it stands out. So the salt and pepper shakers, or the shoes, or the dress. I remember working with a client on a jacket. It was a really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful wool jacket, and it had inseam pockets. And the straight on shot, because they were inseam pockets, there wasn't any kind of detail on the pocket. You couldn't tell that the jacket had pockets. It was in the title, but it wasn't clear where the pockets are. You know, sometimes with a coat or whatever, you see, you know, it's on the chest, it's got buttons on it. You can see it right away. These were inseam. So actually the picture, and if I remember correctly, it was like the third picture, it was slightly angled. So you could still clearly see the coat, but you could see the pockets. And the angled shot was the shot that got it sold. So we reordered the pictures and put the angled shot first. Why? Because it really grabbed, one, it was slightly angled, so it wasn't the straight on, okay, but you still could see what it was, and you could see the pockets, you could see what set it apart. With this, I'm seeing the texture of the shirt, and I'm seeing the logo. So look at your items. If it's been sitting there for a while, you know, it's been up for 5 months, 6 months, a year, take a look at it. Can you reorder the pictures? Does the second or the third or the fourth picture perhaps still clearly you know what the item is? The salt and pepper shaker, the plate, the plates, the shirt, the purse, but it shows it in a way that emphasizes what might be a little bit more unusual or set it apart. For instance, like it has a purse with the dust bag. So you would want the shot to be the purse with the dust bag in the first shot, because not all the purses that are on sale have the dust bag. The dress that comes with a matching head bow, that in the first shot you have the dress with the head bow. The head bow's right over to the right or whatever for the little girls. So always take a look at that. So you go, one, are they listed? Two, do I have a lot of competition? Then hop over to Terapeak. Is it selling with free shipping, without free shipping? How much are people charging for shipping? Because if the average is around $6 and you're charging $12, I actually just did this. I was looking at a dress. Everybody was like around 6, 7, 8, and this one seller was around 15. Either one, she may not know how to ship, right? So maybe she's putting it into like a medium priority when she could be shipping by weight and bring the price down. But there's a big difference between 6 and 15. That's adding an extra, you know, it's adding an extra $9 to the price of the item. So be aware of that. You know, that the shoppers are looking at you compared to others. And if your dress is similar to others and yours is 15, that's why you want to sort of scroll through and take a look what other people are doing and look at Terapeak. If your shipping is much higher than everybody else, just be aware of the fact, just be aware of that, okay? Because that can stop people. It can keep you from getting the sale. And this is all about you getting the sale. And do let me know where you listen to me. I broadcast on Facebook Lives. So if you're listening to me there, thank you. And like my page, I would appreciate it. And do leave comments. I always read my comments. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, thank you. And do subscribe. I now have over 8,000 subscribers. So thank you. Thank you. Or on my podcast, do leave it a review. Kathy Terrell, I love to be selling. I so appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I'm listing the item, or it's been listed for a while and it hasn't sold. Check active listings. Do I have a lot of competition? Take a look at the solds. Take a look at Terapeak. Am I competitive in my shipping price? Is everybody doing free shipping and I'm not? I might want to take a look at that. Okay. Take a look at the prices that are selling. I might be a little high. I could be a little low. Maybe then bump it up because then I can take a better offer if I'm doing best offer. But take a look at what's selling. And then, like with this wonderful shirt, if everybody's doing one thing, can I do something else with my picture so I stand out a little bit? Because you're scrolling through, look at that. Look at those 4 across. Your eye goes to that one on the right because it's different. It's very clear. It's very crisp. It's very good. Okay. So those are my tips, which again is look at your competition, look at the shipping price. Because for instance, with the shirts, the majority of the ones that sold with paid shipping. Isn't that interesting? But look at what the average shipping price is. You don't want to be way, way, way higher than what the average is. You don't want to be 15, 20 when the average is around $6, $7. Okay. And do realize sometimes that's because of calculated shipping. Like I'm in New York and I do calculated shipping on my heavier items. A shirt isn't heavy, but in case it was a heavy item, and let's say somebody in California did buy my heavy item, my shipping would show as high because I typically use calculated. But that's because it's shipping from the East Coast to the West Coast. So just keep that into consideration. But again, if everybody else is around 6 or 7 and your shipping typically is higher, just realize that can slow sales down. So you might want to tweak that a little bit. Okay. And do take a look at the title length. All those ones that were shown there, they all had nice long titles. And again, the keywords they were using, athletic and golf, and the colors and the sizes, no matter what you're selling, whether it's a dress or a purse or shoes, really look at it. You go, well, of course I can tell it's a short sleeve shirt. Put it in the title if you have the space. Well, of course I can tell it's brown. Put it in the title if you have space. It helps because people see the picture, they see the title. They see the picture, they see the title. It really goes to having you stand out in eBay search so that you attract the right shopper and you get this sale. And it is back to school season right now. There's hundreds of thousands of back to school shoppers coming onto eBay right now. It's a great, great, great season to get your items sold. And like I was saying at the beginning of this, is there's a huge range of things that sell for back to school. And I've got a great free guide for you, the ultimate guide to back to school products, pre-K to college, on my website, ilovetobeselling.com. Do grab it. Again, back to school is everything from toddlers through graduate school. It is parents. It is teachers. Because again, right, I'm shopping for my kid. I'm buying them a backpack. I'm buying them a laptop. And then I go, you know what? I should go take a look at cell phone cases. I need a new cell phone case. Or, you know what? This actually happened to me the other day. Oh, we're low on fluorescent bulbs. I need some fluorescent bulbs. And while they're shopping for their child, they're throwing things in their shopping cart for themselves. And the other thing, particularly if you have items that are good for college age, and I want to remind you of dorm room supplies, which is, again, a huge category. It's like decorating an apartment. And for a lot of students, it is. They have off-campus housing and graduate housing. Is once everyone is settled in college, which is August, September pretty much, is then they shop for themselves. Either they have some kind of stipend from their parents, or now they have their job at college, and now they're shopping for their clothes, the needs they have for their classes, for their dorm room, which again, sheets, towels, things to carry, the toiletries from the room to the bathroom, for the off-campus housing. I actually was watching a friend selling her daughter into her off-campus housing. Again, the furniture, the storage, everything they need. The students then are shopping for themselves once they're settled August, September. So don't overlook. It's a huge, huge, huge category. So do grab mine, the ultimate guide to back to school products. It's on my website. And enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling. Bye-bye, everybody.